Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware the risk in the trading. Some traders, you need to think about it. Some traders are not suitable for trading. So please, it's very important to stay on the sim as long as needed before you go live. This is a very serious business and you should not take that business lightly. Anything about money, you should never take it lightly. There is no easy way out with the trading. Today, I started a little bit late, and we started today around 9:26 Eastern Time. And you can see there is no trades on any of the charts. Normally, I start around 4 or 5 o'clock morning, but today I just couldn't get up. And today is a Friday. Now this position is closed. So I just didn't feel like when I get in up. Not every day I do that. For the ones have not been here before, for the ones has not been here before, we are showing the three different automated system, and all those three automated system does not require tweaking, optimization, none of that. We took that job away from you. Okay, to start, so we are sharing those signal with everyone. You are on your own risk. We're not responsible for your trade. We're just trying to help out with some of the traders and hopefully try to um, explain what's going on in the market, and maybe that will help you understand what's going on in this business uh, in time for you. So what we are doing, we're not collecting any information. We're not charging any money. At the same time, it's 100% benefits to you, and so it is on your own risk if you want to follow any of those signals. To follow those signals is very simple. We have three different automated trading. The one on the left side of the chart here, the screen, is one system. The market analyzer and the chart is one system. Here on the first column, on the left upper side, it is your new signal. It tells you there is a new signal entry. It tells you here which direction, buy or sell. On the pullback re-entry, it gives you the number to the tick. Here, here is your entry numbers from an ES to CL to gold to DAX. Anything you wish is right there, your signal entries. Then what we have here is your target. As an example, right now we have a target on the YM based on 1 minute. What we do every day 1 minute. We do not use Renko bar one day, line break one day, ticks one day. We only use 1 minute, and the market analyzer is based on one contract only. That system comes with a 3 automated trade, comes with an ATM strategy, and fully automated. I personally like to get my fingers involved with the trade. I prefer for me personally to take the ATM strategy. But for the ones don't want to touch the market, don't want to deal with it, they are very welcome to use the fully automated. You don't have to do anything. But for me, I like the advantage to move my stop loss and move my targets. This is the advantage you have on the ATM, and I let the automated trade take the trade. The 3 automated trading is taking the same signals, without a doubt, taking the same signal and the same entry. But this question is how you wanted to manage this automated trade. So you have a new signal, the direction of your entry, pullback, re-entry, those are your numbers. Your entry price from the signals, they are right here. As an example, we have an ES entry price 32.75. Your target is 28.75. On the pullback, you can re-enter the market at 28.33.75. Very simple. You don't have to do anything. We don't need to be genius to follow those numbers. And then you can automate them. And then it tells you the total of your P&L. And once the target hits, it tells you when the target hits. But for some reason today on the 30-year Treasury bond, I just started the system at 9.25. So I'm not sure why the 30-year Treasury bond, I have it on 0, but I'm not going to sit down and fuzzle with it today. The same story what we have here on the future market is the same story here is on the Forex. And the Forex, you have the Forex is based on $10,000 only. It's a mini account, $10,000 account only. So this is one system, the price action. And then if you want it, you can trade the future. And you can trade stocks, or you can trade Forex with it. And those are right now, all those stocks are based on 100 stock. And this is a really pleasant to spread out your money to a lot of different small cap or mid cap, depends on your account. And this is where automatic you scan your stock and you turn on your auto trade, and you can feed your auto trade basically by how many stocks you want, or on the future how many lots you want. And the same story on the Forex. You can decide if you wanted to go full or half, or mid account or micro account. This is one side of the automated trading. Right here, what we have, also on the 30-year Treasury bond on the scalper, for some reason there is 0 here. This is the scalpers. We have scalpers. This is a total different system. Also does not require any optimization, and turn on, turn off, only basic. On the scalper, what we do, we have 2 different time frame, and we only use 2 different time frame. We use a 1 minute and 150 ticks. That's the only 2 time frame we use. And then there is an option. You can go limited order for conservative, or you can go market order for an aggressive traders. And that it is, we find out there is a lot of traders, they don't understand the difference between limited order and market order. When the market is moving fast, you're going to be diving into a lot of slippage sometimes. And probably if you are trading between, let's say you want to scalp the market, you can start scalping the market between, you can start, if you are an early bird, around 6 o'clock morning, 5 o'clock morning, all the way till 12 o'clock Eastern time. You have to be cautious with the scalpers when the market's open. Maybe you need to hold your horse for 5 minutes so the market can slow down a little bit, because it's a scalping. And like the swing trading, it is you need to start around 9:25 or 9:30, because we are scared we're gonna miss something in there. In the spike, and that's exactly what you need to do. You need to start your swing trading when the market is open. Actually, not unless if you know what you're doing, then you can deal with that differently. But if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to read the market, then your best offer on the swing trading, to start at 9:30, and we should not take any chances and to dive into the sideway market. One of the things that is very important for a trader to understand, whether you are using our system or a different system, it is very important to understand that if this market not moving today, whether you are a manual or automated or whatever, a genius trader, you're not going to be making money today. Again, if this market is not moving, and if your swing trading didn't catch any trend for today, that's mean nobody is making money. Not you're the only one not making money. So the swing trading require movement. And today, this is the first trade today around 9:31. And I start my computer around 9:25. So this is the first trade for today. We catch the spike right away at 9:30, which most of the time, if you turn on your swing trading around 9:25, you should be catching the trend at the beginning of the market trading. One of the things is with the with the swing trading, also you have to play it safe. If this market is trending and took a spike for today and made a beautiful run, this is where a time for you to stop after this big run, because once this market spike 50 ticks, 100 ticks, whether it is a CL, ES, YM, NASDAQ, most likely there is a profit taken and the market is going to be flat. And it is very advisable for you when you catch a trend, it is to call it off for today on the swing trading. Where on the scalping, if this market is a little bit, struggling today, the scalping is taking a smaller trade and it requires slower movement in the market. It is very important. That's why they call it scalping. In our old days, in the early 90s, when it was no mini ES, it was only the big ES. On a flat days used to be our favorite back then, because the ticks are different than the mini. And you sit down and you nail a couple ticks here and there and nail a couple $100 on every couple ticks, or one tick or three ticks. And it used to be very pleasant. But because of the internet and the speed right now happen, and now we have the mini ES. So you got to be careful when the market is flat, because during those years, the market has smoothed out a lot with the prices. So you got to be careful how to scalp the market, and it require, like now, excuse me, require a slower movement, which your best option if you are an early bird. You start your scalper early, and then later on you can go ahead and at 9:30 you can turn on your swing trading. In the 2018, it's no longer you can get away with this market with one auto trade. That's absolutely mad. It's not one size of shoes meets all. There is no way. In 2018, it's getting harder and harder for the trader to eyeball the market and trade in. But nevertheless, he's still required to be aware of the market and experience. At least you have to understand the rhythm in the market. If you don't understand the rhythm in the market, you're going to be in a lot of trouble sooner or later. So the rhythm is still required in this business, and it's still required for you to understand how things work, or how the ES work, or how the CL work. As an example, for me on the Forex, I know how to trade a US dollar. I positioned myself on a US dollar many months ago on 105. And right now we are on 115 on a euro dollar. I don't understand anything about the Japanese yen. And I have no integration with the Japanese. I have nothing in common, neither food, women, lifestyle. I have nothing connected to the Japanese. So I do not understand trading the Japanese, and some people love it. I can look at it from the technical side, and I can determine how things work from the technical charts, but I have no integration, and I have no intention to even visit Japan one day. So I have no clue how to trade Japanese yen. It does not mean I'm a bad trader. It's just I'm not interested in it. So, but I know how to trade euro and dollar. So it is very important, even if you have a years of experience, you have to understand the market. Would I invest money in the yens, forex? No. Japanese? No, I will not, because I don't know anything about this market. Even if I'm an experienced trader, I will not touch it. I need to sit down 3 months, analyze it before I can even touch it. So the things is, if you have a smaller capital, first of all, you have to filter your chart. You should not put a DAX charts in there. You should not put a CL charts in there. You have to be a little bit more realistic. And if you want to concentrate on the ES Nasdaq Dow Jones, then try to occupy your energy on those three instruments only, and try to learn how those things work. Because today I will be covering a little bit on the reversal, and I will expand a little bit. We have talked a lot about reversal and Renko bar, but I never really shared that to the public. But today I will share something about Renko bar, and I will teach you some basic. Also, you can use your own local indicator to use the reversal. For me, I'm a reversal man. I love reversal, and I never let it pass by me. Reversal. I love the V shapes in the chart. But lately, because the internet and things, people are in and out in seconds, so you don't see too many V shapes or M. You see a lot of M shape on the charts, and you see a lot of V. But this is why the advantage I like to use the the price action, because I can manage to move my targets, and I can manage to extend it, or I can move my trailing stop. So that's why I really like to use the ATM strategy, because you will see right now, doesn't matter which instruments you are trading, once we hit the target, there's not much left on that business anymore. So it is very important to understand, once you hit the target, there is not much, and now we are waiting on a new signal. So it doesn't matter if we are looking at the YMES, you can see the market came in right in line to the target. Sometimes you're going to be missing one tick. So here's the problem when you are using a fully automated trading, and your fully automated trade is going to be on a 78.7. Okay. So this is a very good case to see why sometimes a human is nice to interfere with it. On the full automated, you are set on that target and you're not budging on the fully automated. But when you are using an ATM, you can go ahead and move, or you can close your position and get away with one take. It doesn't have to be, because it's a shame when you have $400-500 on a trade, and because you're not looking at that chart, and then a close out position on half of the amount you have made a profit. So this is really shame to let the good trade get away from you and not lock in your profit by one tick. And this is a typical example that if you are on a fully automated trade, it's not going to close position. Here you had around $300-400, and now you are back to a couple $100. The problem is, if you're not going to make good enough money on this trade, you're going to dive into the market and you're going to be trading one more time, because this is not enough money. So this is very important to get involved in that trade, and use the needle, move the needle one tick here and there, and it makes a lot of difference. By the end of the year, if you add them up, it will be in thousands. So sometimes the market is going to pull back, never come back to the target, and sometimes this market is going to go back and hit the target, and so it is very important to keep your eye on the entry signal, and try to understand that maybe I don't need that tick. I'm going to close that position. You just move the needle, or in that matter, also you can move your trend stop maybe to the highs, lows, and low high, and all that. You can move them. So this is an advantage I like to take advantage of, because you have to calculate it. When you get involved in those trades, you can end up at least $200 a day more. That's $50,000 a year. This is a very serious business by somebody refusing to move the needle one tick. This is a very expensive game, and I don't feel sorry for that trader, is because he doesn't want to touch the chart. That's his problem. He got to drive his mother to the hospital. He's too emotional, whatever it is, the reason, that's personal reason. Trading has nothing to do with it. If he's not willing to get involved in his trade, that's his problem. It's not mine. For whatever reason he have, because we've heard it all. So this is another one. Here it is the DAX. I don't think so anybody is trading the DAX today on the Friday. Here is your YM. As we covered yesterday, this is your re-entry point. If we notice, we have the signal here. The market went up, the market pulled back. It happened all the time. And look where's this market pulled back to the first trailing stop one. The trailing stop one, it is a support line, fib line, support line. It's not a dummy trailing stop. And the trailing stop two, it is a basic major fib line. So the trailing stop on that automated trading is not you control. It is based on where is the support resistance in this market. And it can change from 1 second to another. It's not sitting there. And in the same time, if the market, there is a pullback, we are the only ones. We have a trailing stops move backwards. It does not move backwards a lot, just a few ticks here and there, just enough, like when you're trading yourself and you are controlling your chart. Sometimes we all done that, pull back the trailing stop, and that's exactly what it does. The trailing stop here pull back if the trend is not over. So this is a very, very, very smart system to deal with. Now, if you don't want to deal with getting involved with it, you think, boo, hey, I don't want to touch anything. Okay, fine. Then you can trade on a fully automated, and then whatever you get for today, as long as you don't complain about it and you don't ask me to move the market for you. I'm doing very fine with that. So because we receive sometimes a phone call, Sam, would you come look at my computer? Today I'm not making money. Yeah, well, did you look at the chart, sir? No. Okay, look at the chart and tell me where you want to get the ticks from. So on this fully automated, whether you are on a scalping or on a swing trading, whatever you get for today, you get for today. If this market is moving, you will be making money. If this market not moving, welcome to trading. Enjoy life. I cannot move markets for you because you own an auto trade. This is reality, folks. This is reality. I cannot move the market for you because you own an automated trade. The swing trading never miss a trend. Never. You will never miss a trend at all. So if this market moving, this is your lucky day. If this market not moving, all what I can say, welcome to trading. Cannot be life all honey. And I want to make sure for traders, amateur, especially the amateur trading, to understand if this market not moving, there is no ticks to get out. And if there is no ticks to get out, you will not be making money. And if the market is not moving, you're not the only one not making money. You will be one of the millions are not making money today. So nonetheless, if you have a bunch of IT people in the other room, 13, 14 people, it's just in your auto trade manually. And then we are talking on a total different level, like the banking institutionals. Those, they have an IT people sitting in the back, adjusting that auto trades constantly. And their total trades of the days I have been there, I've seen it, is between 300 and 500 trades a day. And not all of them make money. Most of them, they are dumped and then re-enter the market. So uh, for a guy like you, individual guy, retailer, you do not have 13 IT people working for you. And I do not come with the software as a slavery. So you have to understand when the market is not moving, the market is not moving. You need to call it off for today, and you should not be getting into trouble. Again, if this market is not moving and you don't know how to trade, you need to stop your auto trade and call it off for today, because I cannot help you or come in, drop everything, and sit with you and hold in hands with you. This is not a sales stock. This is a reality. And I want traders to understand that when the market is not moving, the market is not moving. Do not even bother to call. So right now we have on the YM is we're climbing to the target. And if you see here is a blinking. When it's a blinking means there is a lot of buying powers coming into the, we have an ES entry. I missed it. We'll go back on the ES. Just let's look at the YM for a second. If you are interested in taking your trading to another level, you have to use that system here, the price action, because first of all, it teaches you the rhythm, and the second thing's what is nice about it. It is a very consistent, and then once it hits the target, this is the most important in the auto trading. Once it hits the target, let's say now the YM is going long. Once it hits the target, it's not going to re-enter the market again. So all those chop details in the market, you're going to be filtered from. This is very important to understand that when you have a spike in the market like this, now you can reject it or you can accept it the way you want it. Eventually, soon or later, you have to understand the concept in here. Every time the market goes and spike and take a trend, it's going to be a little sideways. And if you are just auto trading, going in and out of the market, once this market hit the target, the market is going to go sideways. So if you are just blindly automated trading, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Here is the situation here on the YM. I can manually extend the target, or if I don't feel like it, I want to just let it close, I can close it. So this is the advantage I wanted. So once this auto trade, take that trade and hit the target, the targets are not fixed targets. There are different targets, different timing, and different ticks. So they are not a preset target 20 ticks or 27. It all depends on the market's movement. It all depends on the highs and the lows in that market or on that chart. So sometimes you will have 30 ticks target, and sometimes you will have 50 ticks targets. Sometimes you will have 20 ticks targets. It depends on the market's movement. Again, if you see here, this market start pulling back from the target, and if you are using fully automated to trade, you're still in that trade. Why? You missed the target by one tick. But when you are using the ATM strategy, you can maybe decide you want to move it a little bit down and take it one tick below and close your position. Or if you want to, you can move up your trailing stop a little bit up and then call it off. So this is the advantage on between the fully automated and the let's look at the ES. I have nothing moving here. I cannot get the mouse to the chart, so just give it a second so we can. Right now in that trade on the market analyzer, we have 177 ticks in the profit based on the last signal. We have not like yesterday. Yesterday there were, I don't know, I don't remember, there were around 300, 400 ticks, and then at the end of the day there were around up to 700 ticks in the profit. But right now, based on the last signal, we have 173 ticks based on one contract, and it's based on 1 minute and 1 minute only. So let's look at the ES. Okay, now this is really interesting. On the ES, we have a new target. And if you were on that fully automated trade, you will be closing out at 38.25. But now we have a new number on the ES, so you can extend it if you want to stay on that trade. Let's look at the ES. We have a couple reversals. Oh yeah, we need to cover the reversal today. What is those two yellow lines we have here? Those two yellow lines, once this market start diving in between those two yellow lines, that's mean if you are not in that trade, you cannot take long anymore, because the risk on that trade is going to be very, very, very high, the risk reward on it. So you will see it here at the bottom. Once this market hit those two lines between the two yellow lines, you should not be taking short trade. And then once you are in that area here above the 34 level, your risk is become very high risk if you are thinking about going and taking long on the ES. The probability you will lose that trade, and it is around 8 out of 10 probability you will be losing that trade. So if you are not in that trade on the ES or any other instruments, you should hold your horse a little bit, and now you need to start looking at reversals, not going long anymore. We've been testing those two yellow lines for over a year, and the probability on those two yellow lines, they are around 9 out of 10, 8, 9 out of 10. So they are extremely accurate, and you cannot just brush it off or dismiss it. You cannot do that. So let's go ahead and take the ES. This is 1 minute ES. We started today around 9:25, and we had an entry at 28:30, and you can see on the swing trading, and this is 1 minute, and this one, the swing trading, is 1 minute, and you can see it's just one straight line. And so this is a really good information if you are swing trading, to see what is holding this ES, or if there is a potential a little bit up, or if you want to, you can call it off and use a close position and call it off. You can close position right away here, and you can close it within seconds and call it off for today. Or if you want to interfere with the auto trade, you can interfere on the fully automated trade. You can interfere and right click and put your limited order or market order. But then you have to make sure that to reactivate the auto trade again. So as you see, we started around 9:25, and we're gonna keep our eye on the ES in conjunction with this ES here to see if we are going to cross this line, the 35 level. Let's go back on the YM. It's telling us that there is still a lot of potential. So let's see. Let's go back on the ES. Okay, it's dying on us, the ES. We cannot do anything, so we just wait. You know, I don't know if some of you, I have mentioned before, why all this mess? Let me show you something. This is a 3 minute, this is a, I'm sorry, this is an ES. Sorry, it seems like I have a memory problem today. Just a second. There is one of the chart went black on me, so I'm waiting. I'm not gonna be touch anything, so I don't want to crash the Ninja Trader 8. But I hear it sometimes on Ninja Trader 8. You get a black chart. This means you gotta leave it alone, or you're gonna be facing a crash on Ninja Trader 8. And I'm not gonna be touching. But right now I have a chart is in total black, which today has been funny with the Ninja Trader 8. I don't know why, but uh, I don't know. Could be their server. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't want to get involved in it. So I'm not gonna be able to touch any chart. I'm scared I'm gonna crash Ninja Trader 8. In the meantime, while we are waiting on Ninja Trader to clean that chart is in the black, I want to cover today a little bit about a reversal. And that's why today I didn't want to take chances on Ninja Trader 8. I will be using a Ninja Trader 7 chart. And today I want to cover a little bit about the reversal and how to use a ranker bar on a reversal. Okay, finally got white. Okay. Got to black again. Shit. Okay, I'm having a problem moving chart, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's my computer. It's a brand new computer. I don't know if it's my computer or there is some internet problem connection. Uh, we will take a 5 minutes break, and then what I would like to do, I like to cover the reversal, how to reverse the market, and how the money actually is in the reversal. We will show you how to do that. Oh, brother. I can see Ninja Trader is struggling. I don't know why today. Um, I haven't had this problem in a long time, but it seems like one of the chart went black on the YM. And I know if I move it right now on Ninja Trader 8, it's going to crash everything. So I'm going to wait till it clarify that chart and then um, get clear again. And and then we can move on with it. So I'm not going to be able to touch NinjaTrader 8 right now. We will be covering the reversal on NinjaTrader. We will be using NinjaTrader 7, and I'm going to leave NinjaTrader 8 alone for now. Let me see if I can grab a different chart. Okay, what I wanted to say, because I was going to show you charts, why I have on the other chart, right now I cannot touch, I have the Russell short, the ES long, and they're both making money. The 30-year Treasury bond is going long $312 on that trade. This is something I have covered many times on when the market is like this, that means you are going to be in trouble. If you think because you're auto trading, you're not going to get in trouble, especially for the guy is auto trading, you are going to be the one in trouble more than the guy is trading manually. Let me show you. Let me show you something here. Here's your ES on the market analyzer. The position is going long. Here is your NASDAQ is going long. This one here is a YM, is going synchronizing very well with the YM, NASDAQ, ES. They are perfect synchronizing. Look at the 30-year Treasury bond. If you look at the 30-year Treasury bond, is going in the same direction as the ES. So now I want you to tell me which one is wrong. Is it the ES is going? There is a play in the market here, because the ES should be the opposite direction of the 30-year Treasury bond. And when I'm looking on the auto trades, they are not making any sense. The reason is now I'm okay. I can move this one here. Look at this. I have the 30-year Treasury bond in the long position, and I have the ES in a long position, and they're both making money. This makes sense? No, does not make sense at all. And here is the fun story. I have the Russell is going in the other direction. Okay, they're making money. I'm not going to argue with that. And here it comes to worse. The NASDAQ on a long position and is already $550 in that trade. Well, what is telling me the story here, it is one hell of a drunk man driving a bus down the hill with no brake, because it does not make sense to me. The 30-year Treasury bond going in the same direction of the ES. So, especially to the guys that want to auto trade, don't say this one here, this is rubbish. I'll let my auto trade figure it out. No, sir. Your pocket, it will figure it out very fast for you. So when you see the 30-year Treasury bond going on the ES, and you are about to hit and turn on any kind of auto trade, whether it's ours or somebody else, it doesn't matter. You're looking for trouble. Absolutely, you're looking for trouble. The reason is, I don't know if your auto trade will be making money, or is which direction we are going here. The Russell is going short, making money. Okay, fine. NASDAQ is going long. And the worst case is the 30-year Treasury bond going long and the ES going long. So you just put everything in one jar and you're shoving them all in, and this is not right. This is not synchronized. The market is not synchronizing. That's mean in the dollar and cents, you are going to be in trouble if you are trying to auto trade and you don't know what's going on in the market. You will get in trouble. Absolutely, you'll get in trouble. Don't think because you are using an auto trade, you are in a safe haven. No, sir, because you are not using your talent on the trading. At least you have to know little knowledge about trading. And now uh, the ES position has closed, and God knows where's this ES going. God knows where's this ES going. So, to me, when I see this situation here, I sit on the side, no manual and no automated trading because the market is not in sequence. When I see the 30-year Treasury bond going to the same direction, maybe you need to hold your horse to turn on your auto trade for another um, 30 minutes or 15 minutes until this market synchronizes, which it will today. Today is Friday. It will after those retailers get out of the way around 11 or 12 o'clock Eastern time. When those guys, those the ones make noises in the market, leave this market, the market, it will be taking a direction and it will be in sequence. And this is a lot of traders, all traders. We sit till this mess is out of the way, and then we sit around 12, 1 o'clock, and this is the market usually on a Friday, take one direction, either all the way up nonstop or all the way down. Actually, Friday, it is one of the best days on a Friday to make money when those guys, the messy guys, leave the market around after a couple of 3 hours from the trading. Then this market start taking one direction, and this is when you start making your most money. It is on Friday when everybody go home. Most of the Fridays after 1 o'clock, the is only one direction, either up and down. Not every Friday, but most of the Fridays. So sometimes guys like to brush off all this information. Then later on, during those years, of course, we have some traders that left and went with another by somebody else recommendation, and then they come back after 6 months broke, and they say, Sam, can you please recover for me what you said 6 months ago? Or can you, Sam, you still have that tape on that webinar when you were covering reversal? And now they want to start digging up into the history because now they are ready to listen. So I have a gentleman yesterday sending me an email, and he was not my customer, but now he's going to be my customer. He says in his email, today everything about the crash, so I'm not going to dig on the email. I don't know if it's Ninja Trader or my computer is a new computer. Could be a memory problem. I have no idea. He thought he's going to be $1 million every day, and now he wanted to change it from Forex to futures and all that. So the reality is, when we are trying to put our heart here to the public, out open, we don't know who's in there. Of course, some people will be brushed off. Some people that want to criticize. Of course, most of the competitors, they will crucify me on those information because they don't like traders understand some of the hidden things. And I'm just saying it the way it is with the auto trading, that it is beautiful things to have auto trade, but also you need to cover your bases before you start auto trade for today. Once we see today, you will see around 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, the 30-year Treasury bond or the ES is going to change direction, and there will be in sequence. And this is where most of the traders start making money, whether you are a manual trading or you are fully automated trading. I want to cover today. I've been talking about it, and I will go in details that how you can make money in the reversal. And the reversal is a very serious business, but it can make a lot of money. And actually, we have automated trading on the reversal. I like to cover it today if I can get anything to work. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a fresh coffee, and then this is the first time I'm gonna be to the public teaching Renko bar and reversal, which it will be very nice to change our habits and to make something new here. So 5 minutes, and we'll teach you some trick how uh, maybe if you have some basic indicators, you can start looking at a reversal, and it is a very good. Uh, yeah, I'll show you. There is extremely good profit in the reversals, much more than any instruments you ever used or you ever purchased by those guys out there. 5 minutes, and be right back. I think it's the internet connection is very low today. Um, let's go ahead and start covering some of the things on reversal. We have done a lot of work on the reversal and we have automated trading on a reversal. Let me take you back a little bit. We have so many good stuff on NinjaTrader 7. We have most of it on NinjaTrader 8, but we still have a lot of good stuff on NinjaTrader 7. And of course, eventually NinjaTrader 8 will be better than NinjaTrader 7, but in time, and it's still a young platform. So the stability is still on NinjaTrader 7, unlike it, and unlike NinjaTrader 8. But to me, it doesn't matter. As long as things are working, I don't care which platform I'm using. I need stability. I don't need the looks. This is very important, guys. The stability is more important than the looks on the platform. From late 80s, early 90s, nothing has happened to this market. Only few things happened from the early 90s until today. There is a few things has happened in the market, really. The 10 basic indicators, when we were having an e-signal through the satellite, and when it was a bad weather in Switzerland, we had a delay on the ES, a minute and a half. I don't know if some of you old enough to remember, but when the Dow Jones goes down to 50 ticks, or the ES 12 points, that the market shut down 10-15 minutes, and we put market order blindly. So from those days until today, there is a few things has happened to this market, very few. The 10 basic indicator back then on the e-signal, we were using a satellite. In the early 90s, I was paying $600 a month to get the signal. So I wanted to say that now you're getting it. If you are with a Continuum or broker, or with NinjaTrader broker, you're paying $15. So you can see how benefit is, and the doors has opened to people come in with a smaller money to trade the future. Have a plus side and have a disaster on the other side, because it brought a lot of dogs to this business where they should not be. Where those 10 basic indicators from early 90s until today, they've been tweaked and retweaked and retweaked, but the basics still the same. Another thing that has happened to the market is the internet, which give a wild, open, smoother movement in the market, which caused a lot of problems to the new traders, because the internet, the market has smoothed out the prices a lot, and there is a lot of small volatilities here and there, and it's become a big mess. There is an advantage and disadvantage with this internet. Now a guy come in and go into the future for milliseconds and get out. That's what we do with the scalpers. Very simple. So the internet to the market came in, and that was a good thing in a lot of ways. And one of the things has come in also to this market is the Renko bar, which it was first made by one guy. I don't want to recall his name, and he's not even a trader. By accident have the Renko bar, and everybody copied him later on. The Renko bar have an advantage and a disadvantage. First of all, I will be covering that next week, and I'm going to show you some of the tricks on the Renko bar. The Renko bar, one of the greatest things in the Renko bar is the reversal, because they are the best things. Before the Renko bar came in, we were using a range to use, and we still have a lot of traders. All traders I know, they use a range. We have a lot of traders in Europe. I'm with them constantly, and they use the range from 8 to 13 and 14. I'm not in favor in 13 and 14 range, but Uh, some of them they struggle with it, but I never liked the range personally. Me to trade it with the trend, I always like the minute. Maybe because it's a habit, I started with minutes. But the range, it was superb for reversals. And then when the Renko came out, has covered, and it's no longer I use the range. I still can use the range if I want to, but the Renko bar become a very good instrument to cover the reversal. And the problem is the disadvantage on the Renko bar. They have misled the traders, and each one of them saying, "Swear to God, cross my heart, hope to die, my Renko bar don't move." Bullshit. Everyone's Renko bar moves. One of the things I want to cover a little bit about Renko bars, which a lot of traders don't understand, that they look good. Some of those Renko bars, they are extremely ridiculous. Why? Because they are hiding the price movement. Now, if you don't have a trained eyes, then you cannot see the disaster in a Renko bar. First of all, in the Renko bar, you'll see some of them, they have a long tail on the Renko bar, up to 15 ticks, because what they are doing, they are hiding the market movement, but it has to come out somewhere. So you can see there is a lot of tails in the Renko bars. And those big tails in the Renko bar means disaster for you as a trader. First of all, you have no clue what's going on in this market. You have no clue. You cannot see the trend. Second things, what I have covered, if you were here yesterday, some of them, I don't want to do anything right now because it seems like I have an internet problem. But if you go back to the yesterday video, you can make him thicker and make the Renko bar looks very successful, where what it is, you cannot trade it, and what it does, cover the the bad things in this indicator or in that auto trade. One of the things you can do yourself, whatever Renko bar you have purchased, run that chart without touching it, let's say any kind of Renko bar on any kind of auto trade, and then at the end of the day, open a new chart with the same time frame, the same Renko. You will find the shape of that Renko bar is totally different than the one you were using today. That tells you that the Renko bar moves. Another things, when you are trying to optimize Renko bar, it gives you success 100%. When you put it to trade, it gives you disaster 100%. The reason is because you cannot backtest in Renko bar. It's a scam. It's 100% a scam. You cannot backtest Renko bar. You can test the Renko bar for a live market, but you cannot backtest it. You cannot optimize it. It will not be optimized, and I challenge anyone can say the other way. Put with that, let's go and try. And next week, I don't know why today I have maybe a memory or I have an internet problem. I cannot go and open a lot of chart. I'm scared it's gonna crash anything. But what I will do next week, I will go in more details on reversal and how to look at the reversal and how to um, identify the trend and how we can make money with the reversals. To explain what's going on that chart here, the most important things here is your symmetry. and I'll show you where are the symmetry right there. And there is one thing, none of that chart here, again, is a repaint. None of it. None. There is no repaint indicator because I know there is some have it where it start giving you signal and it keep repainting. And then he tells you, now you have a reversal. I couldn't believe it. That guy is selling it. None of those indicators are repaint. Symmetry. This is number one, is you have to have a good symmetry. Does not repaint. And then if you look at it, is included with the alpha wave. And then you can see your A and your B and your C plot automatic to your symmetry. Here's another number, and here's another number. First of all, you have to have this symmetry in order for you to look at those reversals. Another things on the chart here, and I will go step by step, indicator by indicator next week. We have another one, is this one here, entry signal. Entry signal, entry signal, entry signal, and entry signal, and entry signal. That's what we have on that chart. Then we have the mid band and out of the band. One thing you're going to see on that chart here, your fib lines, support resistance. And then what we are going to see on that chart here, reversals. It's all calculated, and those reversals, they do not repaint. Here's your first reversal, R4, 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 and then you have long, and then end your ABCs. So this is another instrument we rely on in conjunction with the fibs. And look, here is symmetry. Those are the keys for the reversals. Now, if we're looking at that picture here on the CL, when you are trading with trading with the trend, it's a different ballgame. But what we have done, and when we had a room, and we had let anyone come in until everybody ruined it, we let everybody come in, and some of the traders we have, they catch it and they understood the game and they took off with it and they tweaked it the way they wanted also. And some of the traders we had, they couldn't see it. They just couldn't see it. Or they couldn't make a decision when it was the right time. Trading is not to everyone. We cannot do anything about it. So what we have done, we set the rules, is we take the reversals only when it's out of the band. So in another word, we have a symmetry here and we have a reversal. Those they do not repaint, and the market is out of the band. You see, the market is out of the band. This is an entry point. On the CL, you have an entry point. Entry is around 69 level. You exit around 69.12 or 69.20, whatever it makes you happy. This is an entry point right there. If we notice, if you want to go into small details, there is a pullback. The market did go up right there, did pull up, and then came back to the projection here, and then you have the signal long. So when you enter the market somewhere around there, you are taking it all the way up. This is a very serious business. The same story in here. You have a reversal, symmetry, and it's out of the band. What does that mean? Entry. That one here took you from 69.25, let's say, or 69 level even, all the way to 68 something. I don't know. Whatever makes you happy. This, the one here, is come in with a diversion right in line, and we have a symmetry. Reversal, entry. Look at this one here. The system will plot all the signals for you. Short, reversal, in touch with the band, entry. You missed it? Sell, end of your ABCs, followed by resistance line, you're out of the band, entry. It's that simple. All those inside the band, you should not be touching. Let's look at the last entry on the CL today. Here is one. If you miss it, you miss it. Then you have another entry right there. Right in line with the band. And this one here on your auto trade will exit right there on your auto trade. So this is a very simple way to trade reversal, or if you want to automate it, as long as you understand the concept in it. So if the auto trade take that trade right there, it's going to exit right there. If the auto trade took that trade right here, it's going to exit on the next symmetry. Always the auto trade reversal exit on the symmetry. So this is very, very serious business if you wanted to trade a reversal anytime, or if you don't have the symmetry on your, or you don't have a reversal set, be careful, because most of them, they sell a reversal, they move. They look good, but they move. And if they move or repaint, that means they are useless. So this is very important. You gotta be careful with the reversal if you want to purchase somewhere else. The reversal, you can do that. One of the advantage also on the reversal, where it is almost 100% right into the money, is when you have a fib line, an accurate fib line, like this one here, and then the market is out of the band. It is right there right into the money, always right into the money. Now, this is the CL. You can use 6-2 Renko bar. Now, on that matter, if you want to use an ES, where it is the most popular, you need to use a bit smaller chart. As an example, 3-1. The reason is the 3-1 chart is because the ES does not move a lot. And this kind of reversal, there is a lot of money in the reversal that you do not need a lot of talent or a lot of experience. What you need to do is you need just a little bit practice on it, and there is a lot of money involved in the reversal. So this is your ES, and this one here, we have this auto trade for it. Those the symmetry, the ones inside the band, I'm not interested in. I'm not interested in. I'm interested only the ones are out of the band. This is a very serious business, especially when things like this, if it's close to the band and it gives you profit warning, symmetry, that it is right into the money. Another things also you can use on the reversal. What I'm trying to teach you, I'm trying to give you some information that even if you don't have our system, I will try to whatever system you have, I will try to cover some other solution for you how you can um, um, find an entry using the band. There is another simpler matter you can do that is the a smaller trigger line. You can Google smaller trigger line and you can download it anywhere. The small trigger line, once it hits out of the band and come in conjunction with your out of band, this is an entry. So this is really, um, if you notice on the small trigger line, those are inside. I'm not interested in. I'm only interested in the ones they get out of the band and diving into the band. This is the most important. Even if you don't have it or you don't want to deal with it, there is another solution you can do. Once your Renko bar, whatever type of Renko bar you are using, once your Renko bar goes out of your band, I mean, for me, I have a symmetry, reversal, and a small trigger line. This is enough for me to take a trade right there. But if you don't have all those, that's very fine. Then you can go ahead and take the trade once the Renko bar start hitting your out of band. This is very important. This is can make your life. Uh, of course, it requires a little training on that. Please do not go live with it, but you need a week or two training on this, and that can make a lot of different in your trading. So let me see if I can even, and then for we have developed. Those are all in your system. I mean, you get Ninja Trader 7 and Ninja Trader 8, but also what we did also, this is a panel. This panel here we made for Ninja Trader 7. The M1 have 10 basic indicators, your MACD, ATR, volatility, all of it have 10 indicators. And then the 2 minutes has 10 indicators. And then the M3 have 10 indicators, then combine 30 indicators, plot one signal. So there is 30 indicators plotting one signal based on 1, 2, 3 minutes. This one here, 1, 3, 5 minutes, 30 indicator plotting. And then you have the 1 and 3 and 10 minutes plotting one signal is 30 indicators. And 3, 5, 15 is 30 indicators plotting one signal. And then you have 30 indicators plotting one signal based on a 5, 10, 15 minutes. For us, when we were trading or when we were in the room, we were measuring the market momentum, the pressure, the trend, the buyers, the sellers. When it's blinking, this means there is a new orders coming into the market. And then we are measuring if the sellers over the buyers or the buyers over the sellers with the 6 different high time frame. This is a way above any retailers, really. And then we on the side here we have the high time frame is giving us up and down trend. We have the target, which I will explain to you the target, and then we have the volatility indication telling us exactly without looking at the chart where is that CL going and which direction that CL and what is the weakness. Because the most problem in this business and in this market, when you are using a MACD or an ATR, they are following that market and you are trading the future. And that's why there is a lot of aggravation among traders. They don't understand your indicator is following the market and you're trading the future. You are predicting something has never happened yet, and you are using indicators based on the past. So that's why it is a very serious business, trading the future. But without looking at the chart, I have this one here is covering every single corner in that CL or an ES or a DAX, is telling me where's the low pressure at the moment, where's the high pressure, and where's the main direction. And then the signal here is based on your normal indicators, around 6, 7 indicators put together and make one signal. So this one here is telling me exactly where is this pressure in that market. So this is a very advanced system. And here I want to show you something. Target down. Let me show you something that we don't show everything to the public sometimes. But now with NinjaTrader 7, everybody is moving to NinjaTrader 8. We're gonna show you a few things here and there. I don't have the target here. Okay. I mean, look, this is where I'm talking to you about reversal. You know, this is now that's what we have covered a few minutes ago. What we have here, look how clear that entry is on the CL. Reversal, do not repaint reversal. This is very important. Symmetry and your ABCs, okay? On top of that, we have a reversal fib line right there, okay? I'm gonna remove that line so you can see it clearly. You see this fib line? This is your zone, okay? And then if we look at it, this is out of the band, yeah? And then if we look at the small trigger line, what we have said is went out and going inside the band. This is a clear indication that you have an entry reversal on the CL. You have 1 indication, 2 indication, 3 indication, 4 indication. What reminds me of a guy was sinking, drowning, And then the boat came in and say hump, and he said, no, God will help me. And then a helicopter came in, then he said, no, God will help me. And that guy died. And then he went up to his God. He said, how you let me die? And then he said, well, I send you a boat, I send you a helicopter, I send you. So on this one here, the system send you reversal, symmetry, ABCs, resistance line, support line. If you cannot get that, maybe you need to call off that business and you should not be trading anymore, because this is a lot of indication and a lot of money involved by simplify things in the trading. So sometimes, again, I'm an auto trader. This is not my problem. Yes. Today, the market is a big mess. Okay, now look, the 30-year Treasury bond now is in sequence. You see that? Earlier today, the 30-year Treasury bond was on the same direction as in ES, so it was a big mess. So what I'm trying to say, even if you say I'm an auto trader, this is not my problem, this is rubbish, I don't want to deal with it, I don't want to think about it. Yeah, but how about on a day when around the summer, around the Christmas, and you cannot use the auto trade because there is no movement in the market? What you want to do? You're going to get aggravated, or you can always find way to make money. This is the difference between a professional trader or a guy want to automate and call himself a trader. It is okay to automate 75%, but the 25% you have to have knowledge. Even if you don't want to use those entries, but at least knowledge, because if you don't have knowledge, you don't have a rhythm in the market, you're not going to make it, because you're going to turn on an auto trade. And if this auto trade make $200 or $800 or down, I mean, whatever you grab out of it, that's it. As an example of this market moving on the fully automated trading, I mean, we're not talking from weakness. We have swing trading, we have a scalper. And today is your lucky day if you are trading the gold, and on one trade on the gold made you 800. Very fine. On Monday, could be the gold is not moving. What you gonna do? Calling me so I can move the gold for you? I mean, if the market not moving the gold on Monday, is it the problem the auto trade, or is it you? So this is the questions that when I'm trying to explain to traders, they brush me off with it. Today, the gold made $800 on that auto trade because the market moving. Can you make $800 on the gold on Monday? No, you cannot. Before even Monday come in, I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be able to make $800 on one trade on Monday. Not unless of some kind of major news. So sometimes when the market is not moving or there is a risk right now, we can always find a trade here and there, and we can find good money on anything. If you are a trader, call yourself a real trader. So on that one here right now, you took that trade on 68.98, and now we are on 68.66. And you know what? It is about time to close position and open a new position right now on the CL. And look at it. And now look at this, baby. Now we are heading out of the band. That means you need to close that position on the short, and now you need to go back. And this is where the details and the devil here right there. So you can see it right there. Look, you see this green, the dots right there? You see the reversal? You see the reversal? You see the dots? They all work together. You see? You have a reversal. It's out of the band. Right there. This is a very good indication to exit out of those trades. The reason now is pulling back because we have a resistance at 68.71, but it's not going to scare me because the party is over on that one. You see, even if it drops, even if it drops a little bit, I will add one more on that trade because it's over. For reversal is over. Not trading with the trend, folks. Don't make a mistake on here. This market is about to turn around. It's very simple. So this is, and also on this, before I forget, here we have target downtrend. What is that? Look. Here's a second signal, folks. It's a plotting, and you can see it's not a repaint. Look at this. And watch those dots at the bottom, and watch the indication, and then you get the first reversal and the second reversal, and now we are taking off. So it is closing position from that one, open position on that one. One thing about the reversal, you should be stingy with your support, with your stop loss, because the risk reward on the reversals are amazing, are really amazing. So this is where you can you don't need too much stop loss, and this is really, really nice, telling you buy, profit, take warning, and then your second reversal plot that indicate that this market is going up, and it is a matter of time before this market going up. Folks, that's all what we have for today. I hope it was and then we will go into details a little bit more, and I will try to show you next week how we made an automated trade out of a reversal. You don't see it a lot, but this is right in front of you live. We have predicted when the CL is turning around, and we have predicted where is the entry, and we have predicted when to exit from that trade right there. So what I'm trying to say is knowledge in the market, if it's not costing you any money, is very good. And we are trying to give you some knowledge on the YouTube live, and we're not gaining anything out of it, and does not cost you anything. It does not cost you to pay to see us, and it does not cost you to learn a little bit, even if you are automated to trade in. Learning what's going on in the market, that it is a tremendous reward for you. It's not for us. It's just, so please try not to be stubborn with yourself and say this is not my problem. It is your problem as long as you are trying to put the real money in the market. It is your problem, sir, and it is and this business doesn't pay for inexperienced people in this business. They will die eventually out of that market. And so being stubborn in this business is not going to be paying off for you in the long run. Folks, it's been a pleasure serving you all. Monday, it will not be, I will not go live on Monday because we have a webinar for members only. We cannot invite anybody out of members. So on Monday, we cover in members only, a private webinar, and then we will be back online on Tuesday. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and see you on Tuesday next week. Bye for now.